Chicks dig ballers. It's a fact, right? We all know this. Like, if you spend things on a woman, she's going to be impressed in some kind of form, right? They want you to take them out to dinner. They want you to keep things interesting, to, like, have something to do on Friday nights. You know what I mean? Girls like that. We all know this. So how do you do that when you're broke, right? A lot of guys get into this mindset where they're like, I need to hold on to my money. I need to hold on to my stuff. I need to, like, not do this, not do that. And those guys end up lonely. Like, they end up without a woman in their lives. And it's really not that hard to just flip that switch and start using all the resources you don't have to try and get a woman. And that can kind of bankrupt you, right? That can put you in a tough spot. So, how do we manage this, right? As a broke young man, that's who I'm talking to, right? You. So, I've been in your shoes, man. Like, I am broke as broke gets. And I bought these little, $20 chain, whatever. I'd like ball out. I bought a big $1,000 TV. I spent the money that I didn't have, right? The last of my money. And when I get money, I spend it, right? I ball with the limited resources I have. I'm not afraid to spend on my woman. If I've got money and she wants food, I'm buying her food. If she wants a coffee, I don't care if it's $10. I'm buying it because I want her to have her coffee and be happy and smile and kiss me. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I'm going to ball. I don't care about $20, bro. I care about that woman getting all excited and looking at me the way that she does and kissing me. That's what I care about. You're caring about holding on to your $20 so that, maybe one day you can be rich. And no, that's not how it works, bro. You got to embrace the world with what you have. There's a story in the Bible. It's the woman at the well where she gives Jesus, I think this was taken out of some Bibles, but in the original, like, texts or whatever, she gives Jesus the last of her money or something like that. And it meant so much more because she was broke. And then a rich man gave him, like, barely anything, but it was like, 1,000-fold or whatever what the woman gave. And her donation was viewed as more valuable because it was all that she had. It was the last thing that she had, right? Whereas the 1,000-fold donation from the rich person was like, well, thanks, but like that meant nothing to you. That wasn't a significant donation to you. And I think the same rule applies when you look at yourself in dating or just in life in general. Like, are you afraid to just put yourself out there and, like, invest your resources, your energy, your attention, your money, yourself, your energy? You know what I mean? If you don't embrace the world and just put yourself out there, you're never going to, like, attract anybody. You're not going to attract money. You're not going to attract viewers if you want to start a YouTube channel like I do. You're not going to attract, clients if you're trying to sell things. Maybe you want to make money online. You're not going to attract buyers. Maybe you're an advertiser and you want to, like, make ads. I preach to, like, people that want to make money online, young guys that want to get their lives together, stuff like that. So obviously that's what I'm targeting with this. But the same rule applies to everybody, right? You want to attract people. You want to attract friends. You want to attract women. You want to bring people in. You know what I mean? And people are attracted to that energy, that abundant mindset, right? Where it's like, well, I'll make $20 tomorrow. I'll make $100 tomorrow. I'll make enough money where I don't need to worry about, whatever I have today. I'm going to spend what I have. I'm going to ball out. If I want something, I'm getting it. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying, like, spend all your reserves all the time. Like, that's what you have to do. I'm just saying, if you want something, get it. Take it. Do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to embrace life, right? Like, I wanted to pick up a nicotine addiction because I wanted to prove that I could be faithful, that I could commit to something, that I could take on some kind of large challenge and it would be nothing to me, right? Like, I could just shake it, right? It wouldn't be anything. Because I wanted to prove that to this woman. I made a whole video about this. But that's a very masculine thing to do, right? That's like a very abundant thing to do. To take on challenges, to embrace life, to just ignore the consequences and just take on whatever you can with what you have. Anyway, if you're in my shoes, maybe you're super broke, but you want a woman, right? If you don't have any money, I've actually got a little thing, a little bag. I'm a DoorDasher. You can sign up. It takes 2 hours. It's like 15 to 20 bucks an hour, dude. If you DoorDash, it's that easy. It's that easy. Like, you don't even need to apply for a job. As long as you're not like, a federal criminal or like have done horrible things in your life, because they run a background check. You'll be approved in like a day or two. You can run DoorDash. I think you can run it before you're even approved. It's super easy, man. Like, you can make a little bit of cash, and you'll have plenty. You'll have plenty to go and do this and that and the other thing. Like, life, it's not meant to, sit back and like hold on to all your chips and never play any games, right? It's like, picture like a casino, right? You come into life, you get like 10 chips. Alex Hormozy talked about this too. I don't know if any of you guys watch that guy, but I like this analogy, right? You come into the casino, you got like 10 chips, and you can bet them, you can try to play games, and you can do stuff. And at the end of the life, you just push all the chips back to the center of the table, and then they keep on being played with. Are you somebody that's going to play with chips, or are you somebody that's just going to hold on to your little tiny pile of chips forever and never do anything with them? Because nobody wants to be around that guy. Nobody wants to be that guy. That's just like afraid to do anything in life. Like, oh, I never want to get a tattoo. I never want to say what's on my mind. I never want to have an opinion on politics. I never want to disagree with anybody and get in like some kind of argument or cause any kind of friction. Oh my gosh, this is the end of the world. I never want to like go out of my way and spend a bunch of money on a woman because we need to be equal and we need to pay equal halves. And stop being an idiot, dude. Like, don't be afraid to just put yourself out there, to expend what you have, to invest yourself and build yourself. Sure, like maybe you want to go and you want to invest in YouTube videos, but you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm like afraid. I don't know what my niche is going to be. There's so many questions. What's my first video going to be? I ran out of ideas because I recorded 2 videos and now I have nothing more to talk about. It's like, bro, just hit record. Talk about something. Get the ball rolling. Do something. Everybody's so afraid today. Everybody's so full of estrogen. Birth control's everywhere, and society suppresses masculine energy and masculine initiatives. But the thing is, you just gotta go and do stuff. You gotta be. You have to exist. Don't be afraid to breathe air. Somebody told me that one time. I apologized so much when I was a kid. I like all the time. If I did anything, I would just apologize. I'd like accidentally step in front of somebody like the slightest bit. I'd be like, oh, sorry. It's disgusting. Nobody wants to know that guy. Nobody wants to be around that guy. The guy that's so nice, that never does anything wrong, that like is just a perfect nice guy, right? That's afraid to exist. You can think of the image of the Matrix, where you just blend into society, you're a cog in the machine, the nice guy. But the guy that's abundant, the guy that's not afraid to just spend his money and ball out, he's like the special forces guys that, battling the Matrix and doing all that stuff. I don't even know the show that well. I watched it like twice. But, like, you want to be the main character, You want to be that guy. You want to be the person that other people are watching and talking about. Who cares if they're saying bad stuff? Who cares if they're saying good stuff? At least they're talking about you. At least they know you exist. You know what I mean? Isn't that so much better than just like being a couch potato and scrolling your phone all day long, and you don't want to spend money, so you're just going to go to work and you're going to come home and you're going to play your video games, and then that's it. That's all you do. There's nothing else to life. I'm going to keep all my resources because I'm not spending any money on a first date, because I can't bring a woman to a coffee date and literally spend $10 on her. People won't, like, if you've ever done Tinder, people won't even spend like $20 on Tinder. You get like a month. Like, you're not going to be on Tinder for more than a month probably. It's that easy. You just literally spend $20 and you get like more matches. Oh, I'm stuck, but I don't want to spend $20 because it's not worth it. Yeah, it's probably worth it. You're probably like depressed and lonely and want a woman. Like, just spend the money, exist. oh, but like, what if my friend sees me on there, or like my aunt, you know, or dude, chill. People just, you probably, are just afraid to exist, man. It might be a good exercise for you to just record a YouTube video, put it online, and see what happens. Because you know what? Somebody's going to say something. Maybe they'll be like, hey, dude, I totally relate to this, and I think this is awesome, and blah, blah, blah. And they got a bunch of stuff, maybe even questions for you, and then you can record another video. Or maybe they'll be like, dude, you're a freaking idiot. Like, you're totally ruining your life. And they'll give you a bunch of opinions that you don't want to hear, right? That you don't care about, and they're being mean, and oh no, my feelings are going to get hurt. It's like, dude, at least they know you exist now. At least you did something. You know what I mean? Ball out on women. You know, try to make some money here. Go and do this thing there. You know, take up fighting if you want to fight. Go and lift weights if you want to lift weights. If you want to eat healthier, stop talking about it and just do it. You know what I mean? People just do something, man. Like, don't just sit there thinking about it forever. Oh, you know, maybe tomorrow I can start improving my life. Maybe tomorrow I'll be happy. Maybe tomorrow things will be good. The grass is greener on the other side, isn't it? No, it's not. It's greener when you freaking do something. When you mow the lawn, when you fertilize it. Grass is a pain in the butt. If you've ever like mowed lawns and like managed stuff like that, it's a pain in the butt. But you know what? It sure is pretty. Make your life pretty and go do something, man. I wish you the best.